Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy the Fice, and if you're seeing this video, yes guys, this is a new channel. We are starting a new channel from scratch, guys. So if it's your first time here, and it most likely is, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button. I need to do this new channel, guys, for various reasons. We do have 5,000 subscribers on the other channel, but we don't have YouTube monetization, unfortunately. We definitely do create amazing content, and I want us to actually continue to do that. But in order to do that, we do need to have some financial background or backup on that. So I definitely do want to get the love and support, guys. So if you definitely do enjoy all the content that you have been seeing in the past couple of years from us, definitely be sure to join the family, hit that subscribe button, come join us on Discord, follow us on Twitch, all that good stuff, guys. But let's get into the content, because this is what we are going to be talking about. As you can see, the person we are going to be discussing, guys, today, and I haven't done a guide for her yet, so I'm definitely looking forward to it, is Coldheart. You guys have seen me play with her for a couple of months now. She isn't even greatly geared, guys, but I want to show you how I built her so you guys can get an idea of how I use her for Spider 20 and how I use her for, or will be using her potentially for Fire Knight, because she does have capability of being good there as well. But Spider 20 really is going to be the really important aspect of it. She is such a strong character, guys. So what we're going to first do, guys, is I'm going to make sure my camera is not blocking anything. I think I'll be in the center right now as of this instant, and then I'll switch it around from time to time. But let's first start talking about the set pieces that we are kind of going for. And actually, first, let's talk about the full stats that she has. She is a very glass cannon. She's a glass cannon kind of character, guys. And if this is your first time kind of hearing that, what that essentially means is she basically can dish out an insane amount of damage, particularly because one of her skills, which we'll get into, but she deals a lot of damage, but she can't take any of it, guys. She actually can get destroyed fairly quickly. We'll do a few runs so you guys can see what goes on Spider 20. I'll probably do a dragon run. Fire Knight, we still aren't up to Fire Knight 20. I'm actually building another character to kind of help us get there, which is Fellhound, but that's a separate story. But with Coldheart, she basically does so much damage. So if we look at her HP really isn't high, guys. Usually when HP is really high for a champion, it's around 19,000, 20,000. Like Scar Torse is a good example. 20,000 as baseline, not even with added HP. That is a person that is really good with HP. Same thing with defense. He's extraordinary with defense. If you look at Coldheart's defense, instead of being 1376, it's under 1,000. It's 738. She has some of the lowest defense in the game, guys. Her attack is really nice, though. She's at 1376. Not as high as Jarang, believe it or not. Jarang actually has more higher attack, but she still pumps out more damage because of her one move that she has. Her speed is below 100, so she is kind of slow in that aspect. She has crit rate is normal. Her crit damage is actually not too shabby, because if you look at other people's crit damage, they're usually around 50%. So, and then I saw some characters that actually are around the 60% mark. I forget who it is particularly, like Bellinor, 63%. But she's at 50% crit damage, so that's not bad. She actually has some baseline resist, which some people do and some people don't, so it's to be mindful of that. But for the most part, I'm seeing that the baseline for resist is 30, and in accuracy, she has nothing. But what you can see here, guys, from her is that she has a lot of high attack, and her crit damage is higher than normal. So the thing is, her stats just on paper aren't too great, but her kit is what makes her super impressive, and we're going to talk about essentially what her skill sets are and how good they are. But for the set bonuses that you really want to try to go for, guys, when we're talking about pieces, you really want to go for speed as much as possible, but you definitely want your accuracy to be pretty high. And the reason you want your accuracy to be pretty high is because one of her moves actually drops turn meter, and it needs to actually Like, it needs to do that in order for her to be beneficial. So getting accuracy really high for her is super important, and also having a lot of speed, because you want her to go as fast as possible to get as much turns as she can, so she can continue to do that and pump out damage. But so what I kind of went for is I wanted to go for 4 pieces of speed, and I did want to go for 2 pieces of accuracy set, because we didn't have enough accuracy overall to kind of get us there. So if you're able to get around 200 accuracy, guys, and you don't have an accuracy set, I would say another thing you can tally on is another speed set, just to kind of push it up there if you wanted to. But I kind of went around that route, and I went with the best pieces I got. And honestly, guys, this gear set that I have is not great, and she's still phenomenal. That's the important part. So let's take a look at some of the items that we focused on when we got here. I know a lot of people ask about total stats, so I'm definitely going to take a look at that. If you guys see here, like, a lot of my accuracy does also come from the Great Hall. I make it a priority to get that. She's a void character, obviously, so she has no weaknesses on affinity. All the other stuff is kind of basically either arena tier or masteries. So that's pretty much it, guys. But like, accuracy is a really huge thing when you're trying to mess with Coldheart. Now, if we go to the stats on what we try to go for her, for the most part, you're really gonna want to have crit rate up to around, like, what is it? What's the amount that she does? Has 30% chance. So you would want to be at least around, I'm sorry guys, around the 30% mark when it comes to doing crit rate. Somewhere close to that is good enough. If you can get around, like, with that 30% from her skill, with crit rate as like tallied up, like right now we would go up to like 55, 56. That's pretty good, because if we still go to basically 30% added onto that, it's like 80, 86%. That's still a good chance on doing it for a crit. I really do like that. But if you did want it to be straight up 100%, crit rate to be 70% is like 100% chance. But I would say probably going between 60 to 70% is a good enough mark. My crit is a little lower than that, but it's okay and it's perfectly fine. After that, guys, you're gonna want to put everything on crit damage, because the more crit damage you do, the more her skill set is going to be much stronger, which is basically her heartseeker is what we're addressing here. So let's start talking about some of the base stats, like I was saying, that we're going to eventually focus on. What you're going to want to do is, if you can, you're going to want to have crit rate as a substat on all your other items. And then for gloves, you're going to want to do crit damage, because that's the way you're going to get the most output. In my case, I didn't have crit damage, so I just had to do the basic attack 60%. But the true good build of having a really nice Coldheart is having crit damage gloves. That's really where it shines. So what you're going to want to do is kind of crit rate substats on your items. You're going to want to get some speed when you can. You want to attack percentage. Like, this isn't a great piece for her. Like, you're going to want to have a lot of offensive stuff in regards to like just having substats. Attack 5%, pretty nice there. Crit rate 15%, that's pretty awesome. Attack flat is here, that's whatever. If we would have had like a crit rate here as crit damage here as well, that would have been really sick. This is overall not a bad piece for her, just to pump out a lot of damage, so I definitely do like that. When we went for the shield, here's a really good thing right here, guys. We did crit damage 11%, which is really good, and we got an extra roll on it. The HP is trash. Accuracy is nice, but like I say in a lot of the other videos I've done in the past, which obviously this is the first video, so you guys are gonna be like, what video, what other videos are you talking about, Fice? Usually you're gonna want to do accuracy on the neck piece as a substat, and accuracy on banner as the main stat, and that should cover you with the Great Hall to get over 200 when you're near end game. But having it for the time being, it's actually not bad. I definitely would have loved some crit rate over here, you know, something with more attack percentage damage. That would have been nice, but it's fine. As long as we had some crit damage here, I'm okay with it as well. Now we went over here for gloves, and like I said, the main stat for this, guys, you would have wanted crit damage. We did attack 60%, which is the next best thing. Then we have speed 23. We have crit damage here as a substat 5%. We have attack as a flat stat, which is whatever. And then we have defense. because we have attack percentage up here, we can't go for attack percentage obviously in the substats, so that's why we got this. But I really would have loved to have crit damage up here and then have attack percentage down here. But you take what you can get, especially with the pieces you have, guys, and you make the best of it. But if I'm telling you how I would have wanted to tailor Coldheart, I would have wanted to tailor Swift her with crit damage at the top. So now we're gonna go basically to the chest. Chest, you're going to want to rock attack percentage because, like I said, she's a glass cannon. You're going to want to just pump damage with her. That's the main goal. Having crit rate as the substat is really the main goal here. If we would have had some crit damage here as well, we can put this up to plus 16, but why are we going to plus 16 a 4-star at this point? We might as well just wait for something else. And honestly, she's getting the job done when it comes to my Spider 20, so I really don't care. So now we're going to go into the boots. Now, this is kind of an interesting thing, guys, because if I could have, I would have probably went for a speed set and then went attack percent on this. A lot of people would have probably went speed boots as the main stats, but I'm honestly okay with having the attack percentage as the main stat here, mainly because I also do see the substat of crit damage here, and I was okay with it. I was content with it, and we had some crit rate, which is really good. So I was kind of fine with this, but if you did want to tailor her a different way, obviously you wouldn't go for a broken set. You'd probably go for speed boots. I don't have speed boots in any way, so I kind of basically deal with the cards I'm dealt. So you're going to want to have speed boots here and maybe having some attack percentage at the bottom here as the 16th thing, and this would have been not too shabby. But I still think that this is still pretty nice to have just to pump out more damage, guys. So we already talked about the artifacts in regards to that. Let's talk about the ring, the neck, and the banner. So we're going to talk about the ring real quick, and I'm sure you guys are seeing everything so far. We went for attack 225. That's the way to go, guys. The substats here are actually really trash. We would have wanted attack percentage and attack flat percentage, at least attack percentage. Sorry, forgive me. We would at least wanted attack percentage. I don't think there's anything else on an offensive aspect that we could have gotten. HP percentage is cool and defense percentage is cool, but let's go here real quick just to confirm, guys. I want to actually tell you guys the truth. I'm gonna just shift this a little up above me so you guys can see what's going on. So for the ring, you can go flat attack, which is good, but when you go to the substats, you can go attack percentage. Yeah, so it would have been HP percentage, attack percentage, defense percentage, and then if you would have went anything else after that, it would have been okay. But that's really kind of the gist of what you're going to want to go, guys. This would have been really nice if we would have had an attack percentage here, but you know, you take what you can get in regards to the ring. But that's what you're going to want to focus on. HP percentage, defense percentage, attack percentage, and then whatever on the flat stat, because we already have a flat attack at the top here. Now, if we go to the neck piece, you're always going to want to go crit damage, guys, specifically with Coldheart, because you're going to try to want to pump out as much as you can with her heartseeker, because when that crits, all that crit damage is going to be absolutely insane, and she only needs at most 70% crit, and then you can just basically like funnel so much crit damage stats into her. So we did that. And then whenever you go for substats for a neck piece, you're going to want to go for accuracy and resistance as the most benefit, especially when someone has like a debuff item. Coldheart definitely has debuffs, like her turn meter drop is an important one, and also she does like an accuracy drop. We're going to look at the kit in a bit. And then after that, it's whatever for the other stats. So this actually isn't a bad necklace for her. It's a really good amulet. I definitely do like it. If we did get more rolls on accuracy, that would have been sick, or more rolls on resistance, because resistance as a flat stat in general, just getting more rolls on it isn't a bad thing. But I would have probably liked the accuracy more just to confirm on a turn meter drop. So now if we go to the banner, guys, like I said before, the main stat, you're going to want to have accuracy. Accuracy is the main stat. It's super important. Then after that, you're going to want attack percentage, and then I think any other percentage followed by speed. So this would have been nice as attack, defense percentage, HP percentage, and speed. If this defense was a percentage, it would have been so good. But it's still not a bad banner. It is only 4-star, but it kind of gets the stuff done. So now that we discussed all the artifacts, guys, the next piece we're going to talk about is her skills. I'm definitely looking forward to talking about this with you guys. All right, guys, so now we are going to be talking about her skill set. So let's take a look at this really quick. We have Flurry of Arrows, guys. Attacks 4 times at random. Each hit has a 25% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction debuff. So that's one of the debuffs that she would need and why you would need good accuracy, guys. You can actually do this. This is really amazing, guys, for Fire Knight. It's super important to have a heal reduction type of character when you're doing that, or at least someone that basically has that skill, or basically an artifact that does do the heal reduction. But the fact that Coldheart does do that and attack multiple times makes her a really excellent candidate for being into Fire Knight, guys. So this is her A1 is actually really nice, and the fact that it attacks 4 times. So I'm gonna talk more about this with a mastery, and but stay tuned for that. Right now we're just gonna go to the next skill set. Obviously, as you see, each hit has a 25% chance. You can increase it by another 5-10%, so it basically becomes like a 35% chance of landing, which is really nice, guys. Now there's Art of Pain, and don't forget, guys, with that A1 she attacks 4 times, so 35% with 4 times. It's 4 times she gets to get a 35% chance of it happening, so it's really good. Now let's look at her A2, Art of Pain. Attacks all enemies and has a 30% chance of placing a 50% decrease accuracy debuff for 1 turn. Places a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns if the target is under a heal reduction debuff. So that's pretty cool, guys. She can also apply poisons if they do have the heal reduction debuff. I definitely do like that. So again, if you're using this character on Fire Knight, really awesome. So now this is what makes the character shine, guys. And obviously, like, if you look at all these stats, guys, it does increase the percentage of the debuff chance by 5% and also reduces the cooldown, so it becomes 3 turns. But Heartseeker is where Coldheart is so incredible, and I love this. So let's read this. Let's break this down, guys. Heartseeker level 5. Attacks 1 enemy. Decreases the turn meter by 100%, the target's turn meter by 100%, and has a 30% chance of inflicting a critical hit. Damage increases according to the enemy's max HP. The more max HP the enemy has, the more damage she does, guys. And that's what makes it amazing when she crits, and that's why you want to stack crit damage to the hilt. It's so crazy when this happens, guys. And if an enemy like Spider is at 90% or 95% turn meter and she goes, which is why you would want to have a lot of speed, she basically resets that turn for the Spider. And like, it's so valuable when it comes to getting those extra turns before Spider heals again. So definitely Heartseeker makes Coldheart like so golden when it comes to a character overall. Her stats are fine, they're whatever, honestly, guys. Like, it's 1370 attack, but honestly, it's not that incredible. Honestly, if you look at that, like, let's go to Jarang real quick. Jarang's at 1608 attack, like, and has more defense. Like, it's not really impressive when you start looking at some other champions. But her Heartseeker is godlike. And this is what makes this character, like, for a rare, epic. So that's really the kit that makes her impressive, guys. Let's talk about the Masteries, because that's what we're going to get into. And we're going to actually have some interesting discussions. What I'm going to talk about first, guys, because I don't want to forget this discussion about it in the video, is let's first talk about the support, because there is a theory and discussion that I did have with a lot of people from other streams, and they mentioned some really knowledgeable stuff when it came to Coldheart. So basically, you're going to want to go accuracy. We're going to go down the regular accuracy tree, which is fine. Increases accuracy for each enemy alive, stacks up to 16, just to kind of get everything as much. Now, Lore of Steel. This is nice. This is nice, but what a lot of people have discussed, and it's actually not a bad idea, but I haven't been able to prove it, guys, because I don't want to sacrifice the 150 gems. You guys can let me know if you are spec like this, if it helps, but the idea is Evil Eye. Decreases the target's turn meter when this champion hits them with the default skill for the first time. Decreases the turn meter by 20% with a single target skill and 5% with AoE skills, occurs once per target. So the thing I want to mention here, guys, and this is what I've been hearing from other people, and you guys can say if it's true or not. I'm still staying with my current build because it's a little more something that I know that it's true. But apparently, if Coldheart's A1 is not considered AoE. Why is it not considered AoE? It's not considered AoE because she's attacking 4 times. She's not attacking once on everyone and it's an area of effect. She's just attacking 4 people randomly, or the same person 4 times. So because of that, because she's attacking 4 times, the theory I heard was that when she attacks 4 times, she can decrease the turn meter by 20% 4 times. Now, I don't know if this is true. I don't know. But I did want to put it out there, at least in this guide, to ask you guys, and then you guys could say in the comments, and then whoever says it in the comments, I'll make a note of it as a pinned comment for sure. But I did hear in the past that people were saying that Evil Eye is pretty awesome because of that, because if someone attacks multiple times on an A1, then basically it's like it repeats again and again and again. But I would still say, for the time being, stay with Laura Steele. We have basic lifesteal, we have basic accuracy, it increases the percentage of it, so it's not a bad skill either. And because we're using the baseline ones, it's good. Then over here, this Master Hexer has a 30% chance to extend the duration of any debuff cast by this champion by 1 turn. It will not extend stun, sleep, freeze, provoke, or bomb. So basically poisons, the heal reduction, the accuracy debuff, those things really have a good chance of extending. She has a lot of debuffs, so why wouldn't you go into Master Hexer? Now, the only counter argument I would say of what I mentioned on Evil Eye, even if it was true, let's say, is that I'm using her for Spider. If I was using her for something else single target, that'd be awesome, but I'm really like focused on her on Spider, and because of that, there's a lot of Spiderlings. So the 4 attacks going onto Spider, like the Queen Spider, it's not going to be common, so it's not really going to help in that sense. So I did want to mention that. Fire Knight, maybe, but then Fire Knight have the shield, so when you do that, maybe it doesn't work. I don't know. I would say just go for Laura Steele just for the time being, but I did want to throw the theory craft out there to have that healthy discussion, especially in this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any input on it, let me know what's up. Let the community know, and like always, guys, subscribe and join so we can continue to learn together. So offense, pretty generic. It's kind of like we're seeing here. Defense percentage, we went for crit damage. We're basically trying to get this person to attack with full HP, get more damage output, increases damage to targets with less than 40. Basically a lot of stuff that we can do to kind of really get really far enough. And then we went as far as methodical to basically increase the damage of her A1 because she's going to be going a few times, so getting more damage output out of that doesn't hurt. Now, you're going to want to go Giant Slayer, guys, and the reason you're going to go Giant Slayer, and I know this is a conversation a lot of people really want to have that understanding of, why don't you go War Master, why don't you go Giant Slayer? You go Giant Slayer when you have a character that A1s and attacks multiple times. You go War Master when it's someone that only attacks once. That's usually the gist. If you have Apoth, whose A1 attacks 3 times, you go Giant Slayer. If you have Kale, who attacks once, you go War Master. That's really the gist when it comes to deciding who you go for between War Master and Giant Slayer. So with Coldheart, you go with Giant Slayer, guys. And then we just kind of went with Stoked to Fury because Spider does put poison, so why not? Dragon puts poison, puts something, why not? But that was really just increased damage output just a little more. But to be honest, now that we're talking about Dragon, she really isn't good for Dragon because her Heartseeker does not drop turn meter. It still does an insane amount of damage, just doesn't drop turn meter. So something to keep in mind. We're going to do some few runs so you guys can see how our Coldheart is, especially with this type of gear. And that's pretty much it for the Mastery, guys. So let's go into the next piece, which is basically doing Spider 20. And then we're going to do maybe I'll do a Fire Knight run of what we're up to. And then after that, I'll do a Dragon run and we'll call it for the video. But don't forget to subscribe because it's a lot of content we're trying to throw in here. All right, guys. So here we are. We are at our Spider 20 grind. Let's see what I'm going to do here, guys. Who should I be replacing here? I think the combination of Coldheart with Sylar worked really well for me in the past. So we're going to let that happen, actually. I did do a Gaelic guide on another video, on another channel, but we're going to do this combination now and see how it works. I remember I used to do this in the past, and it wasn't bad. But at the same time, we need to replace something else. Hold up. We need to put him as lead. And we need our Baroness. We need our Baroness. Where's baby girl? Because she's going to be the one tanking. All right, guys. So this is what we're going to be rocking. Let's get to it. So what we're going to see here, guys, is Sylar is going to do weakened legs to drop the percentage, the turn meter on all these characters. But this isn't a video about her. I'll do another video in the future, guys. We're going to have that weekend defense down. We're going to have a shield drop, which is good. I don't think she's going to do Heartseeker yet. She's doing Art of Pain, which is really awesome. Now, this is where she may do Heartseeker. Let's see. She did, and the turn meter of, if you look at the top now, dropped completely for Spider, which is really awesome, guys. So now we're just going to kind of let it do its thing. That speed reduction by Sylar is pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie. Amazing shield. Amazing shield. Weakened legs again. Gotta give the respect to Sylar. Good composition so far. I don't think we have another Heartseeker in the works yet. No, we're one turn away from it. The heal is gonna happen. It is what it is. Baroness, it's a little scary with Baroness right now. We got a good shield there. We may get a turn. Oh, that was a horrible Heartseeker. I'm not going to lie, though. That was a horrible Heartseeker. But it did drop it a little bit. If we can get a counterattack from the Baroness, that would be so awesome. That was some nice healing right there. Good shielding. Okay. So far, so good. I'm trying to see if we're gonna get another Heartseeker in time. I do want to stop. Good weakened legs right there. I want to see where she's gonna be at. She might do Heartseeker, but I'm gonna let the computer do its thing. No, she didn't. That was actually really smart. We'll be able to get one more turn before Spider, and we'll be able to do Heartseeker. So that's good. Good Heartseeker. The only problem is we do not have a defense down right now. So, like, the fact that Bellinor is not doing that right now is kind of annoying because the weaken is there. So Bellinor thinks that he shouldn't apply it, but he should. He should apply it. They're gonna get one heal off. That sucks because Bellinor is being foolish. I could override Bellinor, but I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do it. We'll just let it rock. Good weakened legs. Yeah, you see, Bellinor thinks that he doesn't need to do it. That's what's making this horrible. Okay. Now, Bellinor's going to apply it. So you see, because Bellinor's doing weaken 3 turns, defense down 2 turns, it's throwing it all off. Good Heartseeker, and this should wrap it up. We have enough people. But that's... if you guys were curious why the AI sometimes goes weird at times, it's because, like, if they see that there's like a certain debuff, they won't do the other debuff. They won't do the other skill because like, oh, one of my debuffs are still there. There's that weird oddity. Oh, this is a nice 6-star. I mean, the flat is whatever, but we got like a 6-star banner for elves. That's pretty sick. Like I could actually put this on Coldheart if I wanted to get a little more accuracy. So that is a really good example, guys, of Spider just kind of messing around. And like I said, our Coldheart isn't that impressive. But look at the damage output for Coldheart. She does the most damage out of everyone here, and it's mainly because of her Heartseeker focusing on Spider, which is really good stuff. All right, guys. So the next one I want to do is I want to do a quick dragon run. My Coldheart always dies on dragon, but she does at least she does one Heartseeker at the very least. So we're going to see that at least happen. So let's get that going. It's always interesting to see. Basically, my Bellinor carries the whole team. And it's so interesting how the camera zooms in so much specifically for this fight. But like, what I'm essentially trying to show here is that for the most part, Voidheart, I always say Voidheart because she's a Void character. Coldheart is a pretty decent character for most of the dungeons, as long as obviously, you know, Raid is a game of synergy. As long as you have the team composition for it, like Miscreated Monster really does protect her to a degree. We do have like attack down, defense down. We do have rebirth. Like you see, they're trying to take her out right now. This is a little scary. I'm not gonna lie. We did get some stuns off. But like, if you can have the team kind of like protect her for the most part, you should be good. Okay. Good attack down, defense down might protect her a little bit. We got another double stun. She used her Heartseeker. God dang it. I wanted her to use it on Spider like as soon as she got in, but just to do damage output. We'll see how she does. Because again, turn meter does not drop for Dragon, so you're really just doing it for the damage output at this point. So when defense down and weaken are there, it kind of helps out. Yeah, there we go. Our boy Bellinor came through. There's that damage. 470k, not bad. That's some crazy output right now. Miscreated Monster and Madame Ceres are arena builds, so they're not going to really do crazy damage. Can we get another Heartseeker in here? Can we get another Heartseeker in here? Let's end it, baby. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. That's a dragon run. The next one we'll do, guys, is we'll do a quick Fire Knight. But I think I'm up to like Fire Knight 18, honestly, because I'm still building a team for it. But bear with me, we'll still get that one in. All right, guys. So now we are gonna do a quick Fire Knight run. Let's get into it. I'm gonna scroll down. Yeah, you see, we can farm 18. We're still working on 19 and 20, but we're gonna get there soon because I'm gonna get Fellhound pretty up there, and then we're gonna get it going. But the gist is, guys, for Fire Knight is you're gonna want, and I'll do a separate guide on this. You're gonna want to have someone that attacks multiple times. That's really the gist of it. And other characters like reflect damage or counterattack, they really help with that. Or group ally attacks. Those are the type of characters you're gonna want. And then you're gonna want to have something that does heal reduction with Fire Knight. That's really the gist of the type of champions you'll go for. So if we go here, we got a decent amount of stuns. We did attack down, defense down, not bad. That's why we're not using Madame Ceres here, because she only attacks once. So we need characters that basically attack at least 2 to 3 times. You see, that's why we have Razin if you're looking at him. There we go. It's like, it's so funny that, like, I'm thinking about it now, and like, I was using Apoth in so many of my compositions when I first started, and now Apoth is like in, I think this is the last place where Apoth is in now. I don't use him for Arena anymore. I don't use him in Spider. I don't use him in Minotaur, I don't think. I don't think I use Apoth for anything besides like faction wars at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong, Apoth really helped me in this game. Like, I used him for months, but like he kind of got phased. I use him for Clan Boss. There, never mind. Yes, I still use this bad boy for Clan Boss. That's where I use him. I was like thinking, I'm like, yo, where do I use him? So Fire Knight and Clan Boss are the 2 places I use him for. You see 3 hits right there. That's what makes it amazing. And we broke the armor. Is there a Heartseeker on the way? No, we're not going to get a Heartseeker. Hopefully we get the timing correct. Get a Heartseeker or something. Oh my god. No heal reduction? This is gonna suck because our rotation is completely off right now. All right, Heartseeker. Yes, there we go. Now we need to put a heal reduction. We need that A1 to land. Heal reduction is there, so now he's gonna be dropping for 2 turns. That's perfect. And we got a poison. I hate when Razin does the, I think it's like his A2 or A3 that does 1 hit and it applies defense down. Like, we don't need that. Oh, that sucks because that didn't actually that didn't drop turn meter that time. It actually missed. We need a little more accuracy. We just need to hit around 200 to be a little more consistent. We do still have the heal reduction, so we're fine. As long as we keep playing our cards correctly, we'll be good. There we go. If we could get another Heartseeker in, GG. Bam! And that's Fire Knight 18, guys. I wish I could do Fire Knight 20, but like I said, I probably will replace Razin. I really don't like the him doing the A2 or A3 or whatever, just because that like, we don't need that. We have Jarang for that to do multiple hits and stuff. So it would be nice because, you know, having Razin turn meter down and Coldheart turn meter down, but currently with my Razin build, I need to get some more accuracy for him, so it's not beneficial. I'll probably replace him with Fellhound, which is what we're working on, but that's a separate discussion, guys. This is Coldheart. We did a few endgame runs. We did Spider 20, we did Dragon 20, and we did Fire Knight 18. We'll be wrapping up Fire Knight to Fire Knight 20 soon, but you get a really good idea of how good Coldheart is. Now, when it comes to Arena, I personally would not use Coldheart. She's too much of a glass cannon to actually get a strong benefit from. I don't think she's really there's no valuable for her. Like, you'll have way more other champions for that, but like when it comes to like doing like even like she's not bad for Clan Boss either. She really does pump a decent amount of damage, guys, but I really use her for spider, and I'm definitely going to be focused on her for the most part from what it looks like for Fire Knight, and we'll just like with Fellhound also in the mix. I think that's going to kind of cover us. Miscreated Monster helps us with the ads to kind of keep trugging along so we don't die, and that's pretty much what I'm going to probably see as a composition unless I need to do any alterations. But that's Coldheart, guys. Thank you guys so much for that love and support. If you really do appreciate the content, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. Again, this is the first video on the channel. There will be more on the way. I hope you guys enjoy it. Definitely continue with the support so we can keep going and reach our goals. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. See you guys. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, if this is your first time here and you're watching from YouTube, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you ever come to Twitch, definitely be sure to hit that follow button. Come join us on Discord. The link is below in the YouTube description. Also, last but not least, I want to say major shout outs to the sponsors. If you guys also wanted to financially support the stream, definitely be sure to check out that YouTube description below. There is a Patreon link. And if you can't support financially, don't worry, guys. There's other ways you can actually show support. That's getting the word out, sharing the content, letting friends and loved ones know about this this channel. Tell them to come and hang out. Come join us on Discord. You will not regret it. It's the best community / family ever. It says it right there on the freaking board. Yo, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you guys next time. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next, what you think about the video, and so on. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.